Hello everybody and welcome to the Scouting Report. I'm Dan Hayek here with Matt Doyle, and today we're previewing the Saturday night match between the Houston Dynamo and D.C. United. Matt, Omar Cummings isn't quite back to full fitness yet. Does that mean that Dom will run a 4-3-3 in this one with Will Bruin as the central attacking figure?
I don't think so. They haven't used a whole lot of that lineup in the preseason. I think we're more likely to see a 4-4-2 with Cam Weaver and then Bruin running off of him. D.C. have a very physical central defense. So putting a guy like Weaver out there who's going to fight for every ball, who's going to win his fair share of headers, and he's a good passer as well, putting him out there to feed Bruin makes a lot of sense to me. These two guys have played a bunch together over the past couple of years. They know each other's tendencies, and it allows Bruin the freedom to run off the lines between the in the channels. They'll have to be more aware of him zonally than getting right up in him and man marking.
So on one side it'll be two strikers for Houston. On the other, we talked about it in the DC preview that we expect Leonard Pahoy to be the man in attack for them. Is that the case for this game? And will it be De Leon, Diro, and Pontius providing the bulk of the thrust forward?
Yeah, yes and yes. Pahoy has had a very, very good preseason. He's one of the best in the league at holding the ball up and making plays. Doesn't finish.
Still scored 8 goals last year.
Still scored 8 goals, right? Finds enough chances to score 18, but right. You know, the DC will have to deal with that. But the thing is, they have, as you said, Diro, De Leon, Pontius behind him. All he has to do is occupy defenders and make a couple of good passes. With those guys busting into the play a little bit late, puts any defense in the league under pressure. And I think we all expect Chris Pontius to have a breakout season. Nick De Leon was phenomenal in the playoffs last year, and Diro's playing his old team, so we know what happens then.
Now both of these teams have young goalkeepers, well, youngish in the case of Tally Hall. Between the two of them, Hamid and Hall, who do you think is going to have the better game? Who do you think needs to have the better game?
I think Hamid needs to have the better game. He's coming off that playoff outburst last year. He needs to start making up for that and put it behind him ASAP. Young, emotional, volatile keeper. It's nice to watch him play, but it'll be even nicer for DC fans and I think for US fans to watch him mature. Add in the fact that he's on the road, and it stands to reason that he's going to be busier than Tally Hall, who might be the most consistent keeper in the league these days. He certainly commands his box better than anyone in the league. Still needs to work on his distribution, but even that's been improving year after year after year.
It's always a goal fest when these two get together, or at least it usually is a goal fest when these two get together. And we'll find out if it is again on Saturday. It kicks off at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can watch it on NBC Sports Network.